We're back with Major League Cricket.
No, there's no context to that whatsoever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are at part 9 of the Pokemon Generation 1 Let's Play, and now we're going to finally continue exploring the rest of the Pokemon Tower. Here's the thing. The only thing worthwhile doing in the Pokemon Tower as of now is fighting the trainers, because when it comes to wild encounters, they're ghosts. And we can't, we can't identify ghosts oh, wait a minute. But,
Ghastly, I can't help but look at Ghastly's sprite here and think its eyes are a little lazy.
well, actually,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I'm seeing one eye's lower than the other. It's like,
this sprite, though, in terms of physical appearance, I think is the most accurate of Ghastly, because every Pokédex entry classifies Ghastly as a gas Pokemon.
yeah.
Not just ghost, it's gas. So it looks like gas, mist at the very least.
So then, how do you have eyes and mist?
Yeah, well,
It's-
that's why it's a ghost Pokemon.
It's creating pollution. That's what it's doing.
all
ghost
of
poison.
the trainers here are possessed channelers. They usually only come with one Pokemon. It's Ghastly. We'll have the occasional double Pokemon, and 1 or 2 times we may run into a hunter.
Be gone, evil spirit! The power of Christ compels you.
So is it?
Hey, I'm Latino. You know we have free lights.
Is it really Is it really compelling me? So I gotta tell you, it's not that compelling.
I'm curious though as to what Ghastly looked like in red and green. So
Ghastly also has really obnoxious fangs.
Yeah, you're like expecting him to like suck your blood now.
yeah, it's like a ghost vampire, really. Oh yeah, in the original red and green, his sprite wasn't that much different actually. More bug-eyed. Yeah, like he's on a caffeine high. And this is what you run into without the Sylph Scope. Ghosts. Can't attack them. If you attempt to, you'll shit your pants, really. Kadabra is too scared to move.
Wow. Get out. Get out.
Hurry!
Hurry. Hurry.
So when it comes to wild encounters, that's all you're gonna encounter. If anything, at least you won't get hurt.
But your Pokemon is shitting themselves
Yeah,
on the
but they're
floor.
not losing HP.
Well, they're shitting the floor, meaning there's going to be a lot of mess for them to clean up.
Yeah.
Here's a question: is there a law against Pokemon shit? Do you have to pick it up with the plastic
Is there a
bag?
$300 $300
It depends upon the size of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
In other words, if it's something tiny like a Pikachu, a Growlithe, a Machop, you're fine. If you got a Gyarados, you're fucked.
Yeah. That's a $5,000
Oh,
fee.
I need a bigger bag.
Bigger bag. Fuck you need a trash truck.
Yeah, right. You need a dump.
Yeah.
Johnny, you know what you need? A dump truck.
Oh.
But up this.
Try the field.
Damn it, Matt.
Oh, come on.
that was good.
I liked it.
So when it comes to me, you just face bomb. But
It
when it comes
all
to Matt, he's
depends.
freaking gold.
If it's good, look, the key to jokes, at least from my perspective, is timing and the quality of it.
Timing, quality, and context.
Everybody can make a dick joke. Everybody can make a shit joke, or vulgar human in general. But if you got good timing, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's something dark. and
Unless you're Bob
unnecessary.
Saget, where you have no timing over any of that shit. I'm serious. Have you seen that fucking stand-up special? It's atrocious. By the way, Ghastly, very high special attack, very high special defense, very good speed. The best selling, they're actually a little less special attack than Alakazam, but they start off with speed and have physical move immunity. So normal fighting types of attacks won't hit them.
Yeah. Thing is though, if you want it from a Haunter to Gengar, you gotta trade Haunter.
Yeah.
So, and because of that, I usually just stick to Kadabra instead of going with Haunter and stuff like that. I know.
Well, that's because you Gen 1. I mean, granted, they have a better spooful variety like Thunderbolt, Mega Drain, stuff like that.
Isn't there a glitch in Gen 1 when it comes to ghost types?
Yeah, you can't. Their only physical ghost. The only ghost attack there was Lick.
Yeah.
And it didn't really do any damage against psychic types, so that was worthless.
Wait,
the only other one after that was Nightshade,
Yeah.
but that was level dependent.
I was just about to bring up Nightshade. Okay.
Doesn't Haunter do lick?
Yeah.
Well,
Ghastly
Ghastly
Haunter,
learns it first. And,
Can you imagine that? One of them licking your Pokemon? Hey, Gyarados.
well, what if it's a Vanillite?
Delicious.
So what happens?
Wow, that's gonna be do 4 when I go forward to battle with them in the.
So if Ghastly licks Gyarados, he goes from the bottom to the top.
It licks the entire thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Ghastly is not impressed.
No, Gyarados is just down there, and Lance is like, "Oh, it'll take a while."
And their impression, a little salty.
Yeah, all these channelers say weird things though when you talk to them, and like Earth Claw and Uyakasha. Or no, I'm kidding.
Klaatu! Barata!
Did you just scrape Rob?
No.
You're the equivalent of Dr. Frankenstein.
With this elixir, I shall make a torso.
Join us.
I like the if you don't when you fight them, the Hex Maniacs in Gen 6, they look like they're fucking nuts.
They're ducks?
No,
Nuts.
nuts.
They look like they're fucking nuts.
I thought you said they look like nuts. Like what?
They are. They look like they're nuts.
So how'd they keep? I thought you'd be literally they're peanuts.
They're almonds.
You gotta see they're like this.
Oh, I sense a full restore.
Give me your soul.
I only have one of those.
I was gonna give it to that other one over there.
Ooh, Haunter.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yep, that's what Haunter looks
It
like.
looks like he's geeked on speed. God damn, this is crack cocaine.
Freddy Krueger clip from Nightmare 3. What a rush.
Yeah, pretty much. Haunter looked creepy as shit in yellow version. He's just like, hey, come here, you little bitch.
Haunter used mean look.
Pretty much. Elliot, Ghastly forgot mean look.
Yeah, it becomes a smile. I love that.
Recover for some reason Recover restores half your HP. However, it fails if you're below half your HP, I believe.
Don't get that.
You don't have enough health to recover.
If you enter the purified zone, you instant heal. So.
Oh, it was legit.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
The power of Christ compelled you.
I thought.
What are they holding?
I don't.
It looks like they're holding giant walnut crackers.
Yeah. And the walnut's your head when you lose.
Damn!
Jesus.
Oh, well, that just went.
What has the internet done to you?
Like, really, seriously, holy shit, dude.
One confusion is enough to wipe out a lot of these ghosts. If it's Haunter, side beam.
A nugget.
I hope.
And he just stole $5,000 from another tomb.
It's sticking out.
That was probably just seasick.
Well, speaking of like creepypastas in general, it's like it wasn't like one of the first ones ever was like with the. Anyway, if the video froze there for a second, folks, I want everyone to stay silent so I can get a good sync point. It happens every once in a while. It wasn't like one of the very first ones, like with the buried alive white hand sprite.
Oh yeah,
Lost Silver.
No. There was apparently like most creepypastas saying.
There was also Haunted Red.
Black version.
People take away that throwaway line, like before you enter the Pokemon Tower, you can talk to that girl, and she asks you if you believe in ghosts or not. You say no, and then she says, "Yeah, you're right. That white hand on your shoulder. I'm just imagining that."
Yeah.
People make a creepypasta out of that.
That's fucked.
People
up.
would take anything out of context.
Well, the people. Well, actually, I enjoy creepypastas that go out of their way to make something visually interesting.
Ben Drown did it.
They go that and it's that. But I like when people go out of their way to make custom sprites and stuff like that. You know, ROM hack stuff like that.
For me, I'm a case of the guy where creepypastas suck, but the fan art's always interesting.
That's pretty much the same boat.
But I think it like depends really on like how they do it. Like there was actually a Kingdom Hearts creepypasta called The Other Mix, which is actually pretty damn good.
I want to read it. By the way, Red Super actually read Sonic EXE, and of course they were fucking bored through it.
But well, actually, in the Pokemon Origins OVA, they bring up the white hand comment, and if you look closely at Red's shoulder, you can actually see a white hand for like a split second.
The Escape to Tomorrow.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie, Escape from Tomorrow?
No.
Never even heard of it.
It's a horror. It's kind of like one of those wacky horror movie kind of things where a guy takes a trip with his family onto Disneyland, and he found out he's been fired from his job tomorrow. So they try to make the most they can out of the trip to Disneyland today, but that shit keeps going weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And it could be like as a result of the guy's psyche knowing that he has to tell his wife that the good life is going to end for them tomorrow. Hence, Escape from Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
Huh. The artwork, the poster for it is a bloody Disney hand with a yellow background at it, like this. I'll show it to you later.
Yeah,
I gotta look at
that
that now.
A picture of that. Is that Chandler or Tim Taylor?
It was a
It's channeling Tim Taylor. It's channeling Tim Taylor.
It's not far fetched.
No. God.
I don't think so, Tim.
A rare candy.
You're really gonna eat something that was that was in something else's. It could have been stomach.
Too bad you can't give it to one of the Pokemon in their tombs.
Well, it's not a revive.
What if you gave a revive to a dead Pokemon? Like dead, not faded, dead.
Oh, I don't think it would do anything.
When they're dead, they're dead.
And now I'm contemplating who to give it to.
You give it to Ivysaur, hoping it would give Vine Whip. Razor Leaf, quick.
I want Vine Whip again.
4 whips, bitch.
Be
They
gone.
just told us to be gone.
Intruders. The stairs!
It looks like a derp ghost. Seriously, like take one of those 4chan faces where it's like, facetious face. There you go.
I actually do like this Ghost Sprite more than the Gen 3. Gen 3 was more mist.
Yeah.
With yellow eyes, which, you know, it's alright.
Overdone.
No, I don't think it's enough. But if you try to go through those set of stairs without the Silph Scope, you can't get through it.
So how do you use this escape rope here and just come out here no problem? You just like throw the rope out the window?
No, we just pull into our inner $6 million man and jump really high. What you don't hear is the roof collapsing.
What's a cute, round, and fluffy Pokemon?
It's Jigglypuff, seen from above.
Fuck you. I actually did like that moment in the anime.
I love the Spider-Man macro that came out after that.
What was that? Oh yeah, yeah. It's like it's an electrode, and it says the Jigglypuff super boat. It's like fuck you.
I like the eyes when it does. Like,
Thank you, Spider-Man. Everybody gets one.
2 Clefairies. Thanks, lass.
Oh yeah, there was actually this Vine video I actually saw of a Pokemon. It was the anime. It said, "Who's that Pokemon?" It was Clefairy, but the guy yelled, "It was Pikachu." And like when they said it's Clefairy, the guy just yelled, "Fuck!"
Yeah, it's like God damn it! Ah! I know what you're talking about.
It's like, "It's Pikachu! It's Clefairy! Fuck!"
He's a rambling, gambling dude.
Yeah, then that line gets changed, of course, to "I'm a rambling gaming dude" or something like that.
That doesn't flow off the tongue.
It doesn't, and it's forced, and it's Growlithe. Seen one before? You've seen them all.
Yeah, this is the route before Celadon City, one of my favorite cities in the game.
Yeah. Only because the big cities always have the good TMs to buy.
Yeah. Well,
buy.
Gen 1, Gen 2 and above.
No, Gen 2 sucked. Gen 3 and above had great
I
TMs.
didn't like Gen 1's TMs you can buy.
Gen 2's TMs suck.
Oh, which one's over there?
All of them. Like you could buy the Elemental Punches, yeah, but you lost out on stuff like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower to boot, and you got really stupid TMs in that game.
Well, a majority of the TMs here in Celadon City.
We're just talking about buyable TMs. That yeah, Gen 2 had better, but not a whole lot better.
Yeah, I was talking about
I'm talking like overall schema of things.
Yeah.
Gen 2's had the worst TMs.
Yeah, I was just talking about the ones you can buy in Celadon City.
Sorry.
So
The ones in Celadon City.
A super nerd.
So wait, they're saying you need strategy to win this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna throw out a bunch of muck at you.
No, it's Grimer.
Villain.
Wow!
What happens if you flush Grimer? What happens if you flush Grimer?
He gets jammed.
Yeah.
Ew.
Wait, wasn't there an episode about that in the anime?
Yeah.
The sewers got jammed with Grimers and Mucks?
Dude, Grimer got pissed.
You bitch.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, there you go. Lazy Pokemon design. Muck, just a bigger Grimer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay!
Oh no! Hey Johnny, you remember that one part in Iconic Canyon when the Gyarados die, they just end up waving the arms and then sinking back into the ground?
Yeah, I did.
That.
But Grimer is pure poison,
Yeah.
which makes it a bitch to psychic.
Ah, shit. I like Nidoran, so I collect them.
Thank you for telling me your strategy.
Yeah, bitch. That's actually apparent in Gen 6. Yeah, do you think you could take on my Zangoose and Meowth?
Let me time travel, prepare.
And there goes the poisonous Jackrabbit.
I need Arena.
Fun fact!
It's a pig!
No. Well, yeah, they're hybrid Pokemon, but in reality, Nidorina and Nidoqueen can't breed. Only Nidoran female. That's like one of the biggest bugs of the Pokemon world. For some reason, the evolved ones can't breed, but the little ones can.
That's weird.
Japan promoting pedophilia again, or just bug?
They're animals.
I mean, hell, you had a friggin' tiger and a lion mate, and you actually did get an actual liger. So they're friggin' real. Shit can happen like that.
What has evolution wrought?
Crawford.
Evolution has rock coughing. Okay.
Crawford.
I still remember.
What do you prefer, coughing or wheezy?
I would rather cough compared to cough.
Wheezing.
Cough compared to wheeze.
Wheezing.
Not wheezy. Go wheezy. I mean, it's not too different.
What if James was a douche and said that? Hey, yo, little Wheezy.
Go Wheezy.
Meowth versus Pikachu. Let's find out who would win.
I think Meowth.
Damn, Johnny just shit run on you.
Meowth is cold. I'm just paralyzed.
It's so cold.
Where the hell did you get the stars from?
Oh, I don't know.
Ninja stars?
Well, Swift is a normal type attack.
Yeah.
But, I always took it psychic back then. If only because I ran into a lot of psychic types that always had the attack. Mewtwo has fucking Swift.
Your attack went down. From a growl, nonetheless. You would think that shit would lower my defense or something, but no, fuck it, my attack from eyeball the fight's gone.
I don't believe Ivysaur will be staying on our team for very long anyway.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to a later game, I really don't have a particular need for a grass poison.
Well, that's because Psychic is fucking everywhere. I mean, I've dropped Blastoise in my Gen 5, in my Gen 3 Fire Red run, but Venusaur,
I already dropped the War Turtle I had for Vaporeon.
So did I.
Yeah.
Well, except replace Vaporeon with Gyarados.
I do like that. You finally, especially after if you fight her last, and ignoring those, like we have to look fucking ridiculous standing here like this.
5 Pokemon, all cutesy. Pidgey, Pikachu, I think 2 Nidorans, and Stalin.
Wait, did you say Nidoran?
Yeah.
Tomato. Nidoran.
I prefer Nidoran.
Alright, what do you want me to do? Say you're wrong?
How is Nidoran wrong?
How is Nidoran wrong?
How is it right?
What?
How's it right, Elliot? If I'm wrong, how is yours right?
I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying.
No, but yeah, you did. You said I prefer Nidoran. Like,
he's questioning your pronunciation.
Yeah.
Wait, but it's like I said, tomato.
Venusaur actually hit the proverbial jackpot in Gen 5.
It's called Venusaur?
Venusaur.
No,
now you're just pulling out of your ass.
I'm like going what he said, and then I just said they're calling Venusaur.
What were you saying?
That was a sarcasm.
Venusaur hit the proverbial jackpot in Gen 5.
How so?
Its growth stability. The move growth only boosts special attack in this game, right?
Yeah.
Later in generations, it would boost attack and special attack. Gen 5, if you were under sunlight, you would gain the equivalent of Sword Stance and Nasty Plot mixed into one. So Venusaur could easily come in, get a good growth off, and then just steamroll.
So it got a boost in special attack and regular attack.
Yeah, exactly.
And to that, Doug Trio says, "Fuck you."
Well, I do admire Doug Trio's speed.
I do admire its facetious face. Hey, see what we did?
It's a good day.
It's a good day for Doug Trio.
Okay, rule of thumb, because we will be performing a particular glitch, and if you want to do it like I will, ignore that trainer right there that I just walked past. He will come into play later.
Oh!
I will leave it at that. Though pretty much everyone knows what I'm doing. So
when was it? Which generation would be when they would give them names for what they were?
2.
Yeah, Gen 2. Everyone had names.
Yeah, we're like Fire Breather Dick.
You may have a condition.
That's the joke.
Dig.
You really dig him.
You really digged him into submission.
How much longer before the part ends?
I dug them a new grave.
Even though Coffin is technically floating, he can still get hit by Dig.
Until Gen 4.
Does he get levitating?
Yeah.
Gen 4.
Levitate. Made Weezing really even though you for a while.
What, Weezing?
Yeah.
Because levitate?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ground type.
Yeah.
Attacks, yeah.
And it could also have Sucker Punch. I think it has Sucker Punch. Which really makes a lot of sense. Weezing, Sucker Punch. Who?
Use the tumor.
That's exactly. Morbid shit. You always imagine if they wanted to like another coughing on the head. Like 3-way coughing. Hacking.
Yeah, I always thought if they were gonna make another evolutionary type for wheezing, it'd be the continuation.
A lot of other folks got one. Magnemite became a UFO.
Ow.
Do you think the introduction... Do you think the introduction to... Oh, by the way, this is the way to Saffron, but you can't because the guard is thirsty.
Give him some ham.
You know, that stumped me and my friends for the longest time when we first played it.
Say what?
That's actually stumped me and my friends for the longest time. On
What, the thirsty guard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but only because I didn't really explore Celadon a whole lot back when I
Gen
first
3
played.
throws you a curveball. You have to actually get him some oolong tea.
Oolong tea?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, so long.
Oolong.
Ooh, 32 a liter, 32 ounce tea.
A Mountain Dew.
This will last me an hour.
You ever have it?
What, oolong tea?
Yeah.
No.
Good.
I don't think I have anyway. I've had some really disgusting fucking tea.
Yeah.
Back when I had my gallbladder conditions.
Growl is here. Vulpix is here. Bellsprouter Oddish is here. Pidgey's here. And the Rattata's here. First fucking encounter!
Here's the thing, though. I would recommend bringing in a Pokemon that knows Sleep Powder, because Growlithe has Roar.
Yeah.
And once Growlithe uses Roar, it scares the Pokemon away and ends the battle.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus.
hope to God it doesn't use Roar in my case, because I don't have Sleep Powder on me. Because my Butterfree's in a box.
Oh! Damn.
So I'm going to do what I can as quickly as I can. Half health, maybe a Great Ball.
You know what you wish you had? Quick balls. No, serious. Gen 6, Gen 5, and... No, 4.
No, Gen 2.
Gen 4. No. Gen 2 is a different kind of ball.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Fast Balls.
Yeah. Gen 4 and above offer introduces quick...
I'm pretty sure.
2 or 3. 3 or 4
Gen
introduces
2
quick
had
balls.
Fast Balls.
Yeah, but that's not...
But that was based off speed. But,
Quick ball... If you throw the quick balls first...
yeah.
You'd be able to have a higher catch rate of getting the Pokemon.
Generally, if you get Quick Balls, the first thing you want to do in the battle is throw the Quick Ball.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, then Timer Balls. Wear the Pokemon down to use Timer Ball. Thank you. I still threw about 30 of those fuckers before catching Registeel.
Timer ball?
Timer Balls, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You
were there when I were to...
Yeah. I was playing Pokemon Coliseum. I had the enemy Tyranitar to like the Shadow Tyranitar to the last sliver of health. It was even using the struggle at that point. I caught it with the very last Timer Ball, which was the very last Pokeball I had in my inventory, not counting Master Ball.
Oh man, I've been getting into the habit of using more status conditions for. I mean, I always use Thunder. I always use to paralyze Pokemon for catching, but I really should be putting them to sleep because it reduces the
sleep increases the catch rate more, so they're like paralysis.
Yeah, I do need to get into the habit because
Clefairy?
I've had a few. I had too many instances in Gen 6 right now where I'm losing Pokeballs up the wazoo because I'm not putting them to sleep instead of paralyzing them. But anyway, folks, we are now in Celadon City. We're on the road. But we have a bit to explore in Celadon City before we get to the plot insignificant part here.
Insignificant?
Plot significant.
Oh, I think it's insignificant. Sorry.
The plot insignificant.
Some of this rocket shit. Or something.
Ah, shit.
So as I
So what are you doing?
I am saving the game.
You are the worst Pokedex hunter ever. Alright, let me see how many... What the fucking Pokemon you started with? I liked them.
Oh, this Porygon's 9,999 coins.
Ow!
Get to Gabby-san.
Remy.
These 10-year-olds at a gamble.
Alright, so Celadon City, home of the really big department
Home
store.
of Dire Hit.
Home of Dire Hit.
Come to Celadon City. Come to Celadon City. Get a well-needed knuckle sandwich.
The Celadon Mansion, where you can talk to Clefairy, who has to go to the bathroom.
Pee.
This guy lives off payday scraps.
Oh, fucking ass.
Yeah. Yo.
Go.
There.
And now we get into some meta shit, I believe.
Next room.
Game Freak meeting.
This is the Game Freak meeting room, but it's empty. That might be a joke.
No, I think the guy. If you have all, I think if you come here and you got like all 150 Pokemon.
No, that's this guy over here.
Oh, sorry. You get a certificate.
The one that looks like a janitor.
Yeah. I wrote the story. Okay, that guy's an otaku.
He's the right guy.
He's your father.
Is that right? This is the game designer.
Yeah.
Filling out the Pokédex is tough and tedious, but you can get it done. Easiest to do in Gen 1, obviously, because
I taught you how to walk.
Gen 5 for me.
Gen 5 is the one I caught the most Pokemon with. My Pokédex as of now is like 350 something.
650.
How close are you?
I'm almost done. I'm just missing a few events, Mewtwo, and...
Oh, events don't count.
Huh?
Events don't count, unless you're talking for a full Pokédex.
Full Pokédex.
Oh, okay.
I'm missing a few events.
A legitimate Pokédex doesn't include events, for obvious reasons. But, yeah, like, when it comes to, like, filling out the Pokédex for Gen 1, really, I think the most tedious part is when it comes to the EVs and the Game Corner Pokemon, really. Because it's the only place you can get a Pokemon. It's the only place you can get a Pokemon.
Yeah. You know what I did?
What was that?
I used a GTS. All I did is read up a starter, put it up there, and I got it in no time flat.
I would imagine you would.
That's what you gotta do. Just get like things like starters, EVs, version exclusives, rare ones. They go for high prices on the market. Then all you gotta do is just...
GTS. Nintendo's black market.
It's exactly what it is. That's exactly how I used it, and that's how I got all my trades.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy claims to know everything. I'm not impressed. So you can get here and get some information on how trading works.
I want to know how to stop reading.
How do I stop? But this is also where you can get your free Eevee. It's level 25, and it's not really impressive by itself, which is why you give it an elemental stone.
I wonder how many other ways you can have it evolve.
Talking about now in today's world?
Well, you know all the ways they evolve in today's world. What else can they do?
Oh, I don't know.
Level it up with a dragon in the party.
Have we?
On.
Yeah, we still have.
Throw Eevee into a trash. Poison Eevee.
Poison Eevee.
Hit it with a rock. Rock Eevee.
It does adapt to its environment.
It's amazing that Eevee hasn't just completely shit. Eevee's genetic coding hasn't shit its pants and became the puddle yet.
Ditto.
Yeah. Guard specs. Protect your Pokemon against... What?
Debuffs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be heading into the game corner later.
Now we're heading into the adult game corner.
Let's go to Walmart.
Is that a phone?
We're going to the wall to Walmart.
Wall to wall. Balls to the Walmart. There's two places of interest we can visit here. Well, for the sake of this playthrough anyway. We're going to the 3rd floor to get ourselves some elemental stones. And we're going to the roof for the vending machines.
What about the TM store?
Huzzah! Nah. Huh? Not a fan of the TMs here. One thing that really bugs me, though, about buying TMs, they don't tell you what the TM is until you buy it.
Until later generations.
Yeah, later generations obviously fixed that, but in Gen 1, you pretty much, it's like a grab bag.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, what's this? You got TM5. You got Detect.
You got Tackle.
Alright, hold on. Oh, fuck. I wish you like scrolled through it a bit lower.
Well, I can...
There were like Razor Wind, Mega Punch, Mega Kick.
I can bring up a list. Give me a second here.
It's Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Horn Drill, Razor Wind. And this guy here gives you counter.
Thank you.
Counter only counters normal attacks and fighting type attacks in this game. Anything else, it won't counter.
Okay, so we have TM32, which is Double Team. TM2,
that would be
which
bland.
is Razor Wind.
Bland.
TM37, Egg Bomb. TM5, Mega Kick. TM17, which is Submission. TM33,
that's fighting double. That's fighting takedown for those.
Yes. TM33, which is Reflect. TM7, which is Horn Drill. TM1, which is Mega Punch. And TM9, which is Takedown.
Right. RPG. Ain't no time for that.
A fighting game. Looks tough. A puzzle game. Looks addictive.
Where's the Pokemon?
The what now? Come on, I got my floppy disk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't suck our own dick too much.
Oh,
in the world, in the Pokemon world, it is nothing but self-glorified dick sucking.
I thought you were about to start a movie trailer. It's like, in a world where dicks are getting sucked left and right.
Anyway, welcome to the first and only time in the game where you'll be able to buy stones at your leisure.
Yep. Yeah, fire stones, thunder stones, water stones, and leaf stones.
So you're gonna get, so your Eevee's about to get stoned?
No, Pikachu's about to get stoned.
Ow!
Well,
Pikachu has nothing else really.
You meant literal
learn.
stone. I thought I was talking about getting high.
That's actually how I got my Pikachu into a Raichu in Gen 6.
That's how you're supposed.
That's how you're supposed to do
That's
it.
the only way you can do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, in Gen 1 here, you can actually catch wild Raichu.
Right.
So wait, you can't train Pikachu to be a Raichu?
No.
Damn.
Has to be a stone.
Did not know that. I'm glad I did it.
And if your Pikachu's from Pokemon Yellow, tough shit. No Raichu.
Yeah, right.
Pikachu will refuse to evolve.
That's actually one of the one of the few cases I could think of where you could have one form of a Pokemon, but never its evolved form.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, actually. I can't think of any other Pokemon that does that. It refuses to evolve.
Oh, fuck you, I ain't Tyrannon.
You know what I missed, though? And I know Heart Gold and Soul Silver brought it back. Pokemon following you.
Yeah, I missed that
You know,
too.
they don't.
Except it got kind of painful when Slicer wanted to give me a hug. If you buy one of each of those drinks up there and you give them to her, you'll get 3 different TMs. The first is the very powerful and always useful on the team, Ice Beam.
Yeah.
The second is the rewarding and always welcome Rock Slide. And the third is Tri Attack. Mind you, this was before Tri Attack gained its additional property of having a chance to either burn, freeze, or paralyze you. So it's just a flying triangle.
For this Let's Play, though, I'm only getting the Ice Beam.
You should get Rock Slide too.
Well, I'll do it when I go back to recording footage, because the game's still not finished by the time this is recording. You said Soda Pop?
Yeah.
Was Rock Slide? Alright, I'll make a trip back to Celadon.
I gotta say, though, the vending machine sounds pretty annoying.
It's a vending machine.
Yeah, it's actually dispersing the water right now.
Yeah. One of those old-fashioned vending machines, not those fancy-smancy conveyor belts that always get the
like
soda.
those ones.
They always get the soda jammed.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
There's actually a time during middle school when there was a vending machine where it's the one that goes up and down and like it
Yeah,
makes
that's
the bottle.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Remember the ones
I
we
actually
Dude, remember the one time we were at school and I used the high C one, the ones that generated cans of high C.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I got like fucking 10 of them.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It malfunctioned. I got 10 free high C sodas. I was like, oh shit, what'd I do?
A smorgasbord. What were you saying of it?
Like it's pretty much what Matt said, except it wasn't with high C. They would have like flavored waters and shit.
Flavored waters?
Yeah.
You got cheated.
But like there was one I liked, so like I picked it out, and then when I picked it up, there was 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm taking them both. I don't care.
Yeah, it's always good for you when the machine malfunctions.
Yeah.
It happened a lot when I was in Teal, because they had those mechanical vending machines, the one that went up and down to get.
Those are bad because if they malfunction, you get nothing.
They malfunction, they get nothing, but sometimes the machine would still move for some odd reason, and suddenly you got like 6 or 7 Cokes right at the slot. All you gotta do is reach in there and pull it out.
I'm kind of wondering if that vending machine's still there at the school. This is middle school.
Vending machines weren't put in the middle school until like we're 7th and 8th grade, I believe. Yeah.
Never in my school. Kids would steal from them.
Yeah, but I think that's the reason why they were hesitant on it. I remember there was hesitancy. Anyway, this is the hotel. You can't rent a room, but you can talk to the people here. Wondering why this woman brought her kid brother. Now they can't get on, like Donkey Kong.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that's dated. But let's
and copyrighted.
let's source some items here. The invisible PC.
What?
What?
Wait.
There's an invisible PC?
I believe it has something to do with what they were planning to do in terms of the beta and stuff like that. I think it was either this was supposed to be a giant Pokemon Center or it was a hotel where you can rest anyway. It might as well be a Pokemon Center when you put it that way.
Yeah.
And there was a PC there. I think they scrapped that, but left the coding of the PC in there. So yes, there is a PC on the corner of that room there.
Wow.
Works just like a regular PC, so you don't have to worry about it glitching.
Years I've played this game, I've never known that.
Really?
Always good shit to learn.
It's one of the first things I learned when I discovered the realms of the internet. That the Mew glitch.
Wow, better use of my time. I always wondered what Jasmine from Atlanta looked like naked.
You have a very limited imagination, Matt. Can't do that yourself? Anyway, we'll see you guys for part 10. See you guys then.